Hello, one of the tedious processes or tasks in Navisworks which eats up your time is the classification of your clash results, as you can see in clash detection process. When you run a test, you will have some results in the clash reports that the results need to be classified. For example, here we got 222 reports or results. Most of the results are same to each other constructionally. So here we can sort them by their items or the levels. Actually, the classification of the clash results is one of the most important tasks that may take even many weeks. Since if you classify the items correctly, you avoid dealing with repetitive items, so that you can refer to the clashes, check them and then solve them. So how do we can classify the clash results? As you can see, by default we can create groups and then divide them into different groups, which is not a convenient approach. But what is my approach? Here we can click on App Store for Autodesk. And then after opening the website of Autodesk, then in the related apps for Navisworks, by this way I search for them, and then install the plugin of Navisworks Coordination Issue Add-in. Here we can see the available versions from 2020 to 2023, but unfortunately the new version 2024 hasn't been updated yet. Let me search for the new version 2024 by using Ctrl F. As you can see, the new version is supported here. So download this plugin for free and then install it. And then after the installation process, you can find it in Navisworks in Coordination tab. I open Coordination tab. After that, here if I click on Create Groups, the dockable window of group clashes will be appeared, and as you can see, the selected clash report is selected here as well, so you have access to all of the reports. In the continuation, as you can see, you can group the items by file, layer, first object, and last unique, or even the categories, properties, levels, or even grid lines that you can see in the clash reports. In the column of grid, I cancel this process. Again, I click on Create Groups. At this part, I'm in Group By. In this part, I check this option. Then I open the drop-down list. And then I group the items by element and then by category. And as you can see, the number of group is 1. Let me modify. I want to group them by, for example, and level offset. We got 2 groups, or whatever properties that you want the items to be grouped by, like top constraint. And as you can see, the number of groups is 0, which means that this property does not exist. Or if I choose type, we got 4 groups and 0 on group results. After that, I choose for the simulation parts, which is a custom parameter I have created in Revit. Then you can choose the prioritize. I check selection A. Then you should check today's date for adding the label, and then you can specify the name of the user. The name of the user and the today's date will be shown in a label. And finally, click on Group Clashes. Watch this part please. Then we will have 6 groups in just a few seconds. I close Group Clashes. So by this process, you can group the clash results by just a click and avoid to deal with the tedious process of creating groups. Following that, you can choose each of the groups and then assign responsibility for the selected clashes. So by now on, don't worry about grouping the clashes, since this plugin does it for you rapidly and also in high accuracy. So stop wasting your time. And at last, if you got any question about Navisworks, you can mention it in the comments.